Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to edit your front page. So when you log in, you'll be presented with your dashboard. You'll go to Pages, go to All Pages. Now here are all the pages that you have on your website, and the way we discern which is the front page is we look for your front page. Sometimes it's called Home, in this case it's Home, and then it's titled just after it, Front Page. Now we've got to edit this front page with Elementor because that's how we built the look of the website. Sorry, look of the front page. So there's 2 or 3 ways that we can access Elementor. We can click on Edit like this, and then click the blue button, Edit with the Elementor. Or if we go back to Pages, we can scroll down and then hover over it and click Edit with Elementor. It's another way of doing it. Or if we actually visit the website, so this is the front page here, we can literally just click Edit with Elementor here. And then you'll see that the page will load just like this. The loading time does depend on your internet speed. Obviously, if you've got slower internet, it will take longer to load. All right. And as you can see, your page is now loaded in Elementor. If you scroll down here, this top section here, when you hover over it, this is your header. You'll see it will say header and it won't allow you to change anything. And if we scroll to the very bottom, it does the same thing for the footer. Those are because that's not part of the front page. That's a different section, which I will cover in another video. But we're only going to focus on the front page. Now, the beauty of Elementor is when you learn Elementor and how to operate or change the front page, changing all the other pages are exactly the same. The only difference is that it looks a little bit different. So you might have an image on the right hand side, where on the front page the image might be on the left, or the writing might be in a different font. That's the only thing that's going to change, really. The structure and how you operate through Elementor will be exactly the same. So I've got my little navigation bar open up here, which, if it's not loaded on your side, we'll close it. At the bottom here, at the bottom left, you'll see 3 little, like a little layer. If you click on it, hover over it, says Navigator. If you click on it, it brings the Navigator up. Now, what I like about the Navigator, it helps us identify which row we are working on. Because if you look here, I'm working on the top row. Then we hover over, you see these purple little tabs appear. That's row number 2. This is row number 3. This is row number 4. And when you start going lower down, it can get quite confusing. So what I like to do is that if I click on hero section, it takes me to the top, which is the hero, which is the banner. And then I click on this one, and it actually takes me to that row, which is nice. So I want to go to the bottom row, I click on it. And then if I click the little arrow, you can see it's got the 2 columns, which are these columns here. And then I can actually click on it and it will allow me to select it. So there's click on the image widget, and there is the image there, which I can click and just select from the media or upload it from my computer. So let's start from the top. I'm going to just move this down. I might close it in a bit just so that it's out of our way for the tutorial. So, but to going from each row, what we've done is that this is your row with 2 columns in. The reason why we put 2 columns in is so that your writing is more to the left, and we've added a button. So if we click on your heading here, you can see here we've got a heading widget, right, which is Get Trusted, and then we put a little bit of coding in here, right, which makes Team of Data Engineers bolder. And then after that, we've closed it and we put a space and it says Data Scientists. So that is where, so if you wanted to change, let's say, let's just say, as you can see, Get Trusted Support. Just by typing it, it actually shows it here. However, if I click on the widget here, I can actually delete it there too, right? And I can delete it as I want. So I can come down here and say hello there, and as you can see, I'm typing it there and it's appearing on the left hand side. If I click on the left hand side, delete it there, it deletes it on the visual side of it, which is great. Clicking on the button, if we click on the button, there is the link we've used. Here is the title, the button text, so we can say contact us today, and as you can see, it appears here. If we just remove that, just like that, we go to style. Here is your button color. There is that. There is your text color, which we can change. As you can see, it changes on the button while we do it. Here is your hover. There is your hover function. So if we want to change the writing to black, when you hover over, as you can see, it changes it like that. Right, your animation, if you wanted to add an animation, you can, but I think the hover over is enough. Then to change this background, if you click on the row here, or you click on the hero section, you've got different settings for your rows. So this is on 746 pixels. We can make it like this, you see. So we can make it as big as you want. So we'll put that to 750. There we go, just like that. And then to change the image, if you click on style, here's your background image. And then we can upload it or just choose it from the media library. Hence, if you look here on the image on the left hand side here, you'll see half of it's white, half of it has the gentleman by the computer. That is the way we designed this image so that the writing would be white. The blue writing would appear on the white side of the image. All right, if we scroll down a little bit here, we can see we've got another row, we've got rows here, we've got other intersections and other intersections here. We can click on this, on get valued from your data. As you can see here, it's a heading, same as the top, and we've just added that coding in just like that. Just like that. If we scroll down a little bit, this is what we call a text editor. Now this text editor, if you click on this little toggle function, gives you more features. So it kind of looks like a Word document. What I'm going to ask is, if you can, is when you do it, if you want to add bullet points, use the bullet points. But all of these center and align, please don't use it here. So we can edit it as much as we want. Hello there, this is for the video tutorial, just like that. And then if we go to style and we click center, it will all appear in the center. Now let's just go back, just unselect that and go back to the content. Let's select it all and we put it in, let's say we put it to the right. You'll see that it puts it to the right, but by doing that, if we click on the text at the top here, we can see the code in. It adds this line of code in there. Now that's not an actual problem if you're happy with that, but let's say in the future you come and you want to style it. So I don't want it to the right, I want it in the center. As you can see, I'm clicking the center and I'm clicking left, but it's not moving because it's been overwritten with this code here. So if we untick it here, go back to style, now it would allow us to use position it. So in the future, if you can, use this as wordings, bullet points, numbers as you wanted, put links in. But when it comes to anything regarding the style, right, just use these options here. This is your text color. This is your typography. That's where you can choose your font, choose the size of the text, your line height, your letter spacing, all of that. So that's how you would edit this section. If we scroll down a bit, again, it's the row just with some intersections, but we've got different columns here. So we've got an intersection with another intersection in that. The reason why we've done that is so that we can use the image. So we've just chosen an image here. There's your media library there. We'll close it here. Here is your years of experience. It's a text editor. And then here is a heading, which is 18. As you can see like that. And it's all exactly the same. So let's say, for example, we want to make 18 larger. So currently it's on 30. So let's say we want to make it, let's be silly for tutorial sake, and make it 40. Now, instead of us having to edit all of these ones, what we can do is we can right click on the visual side of it. We right click and go copy. On the 100 and the 1000, the 200 plus and the 50 plus and the 50, what you do is you right click and you paste style. And as you can see, the numbers just the number has got larger. So it's copied the style, not the content. It's copied the font. It's copied the color code of it. It's copied the height. The size of the text. And then if we want to take it back, we'll just copy this one here and go paste style. As you can see, we're back to normal. So that's the beauty of Elementor, is that you can copy and paste sections if you wanted to. Scrolling down a bit more, we've just got one row here with if we click on the row and we click on style, as you can see we've got a background. It's the same layout and the same setup as row 1, which is your hero section with the gentleman by the computer. And here we've just got 2 columns. We've got a column here which is set to the width being 70, and then we've got this one here set as 30. If we scroll here, we've got a heading. Again, we've got the coding to make computer consultant services bolder, right? And then we've got the text underneath, which is a text editor. As you can see, it's the same as the above. And then we have a button here. So it's going to it's linking through to cloud solutions, and we've got read more, which we could say view now, for example, if you wanted to. Okay, if we scroll down here, you'll see that this column here, the tabs are actually higher than the column. Now, we've done that for a design, and this is throughout all the pages. But if we click on this row here, and we go to advanced, you'll see that not the row, if we click on the widget, which is the item, which is your tabs, which are these tabs here, we click on the advanced, we'll see that we've got the margin in -78. If we're to move that up, can you see the tabs are now coming off the image? So to keep it to the star, we'll make it 78 again. But that is how you would change that section. But by clicking on the row and going to content, source type is items. So items is down the bottom here, and this is where you'd edit your tabs. So there is your title. You can add an icon if you would like. So we can just put the down arrow, and as you can see, the icon will appear just like that, and then we can put the contents there. We'll just remove the icon, and that is how you would edit your tab section. Just click here. If you wanted to add another one in, you can just duplicate it just like this, and then by duplicating it, it will automatically add the other tab, but you'll have to change your width of your row a little bit so that it fits in like that. So now you can see you're starting to get it to be change the design a little bit, but there's no worries, you can just go and delete that. Alright, that is how you'd edit your tabs. So if we scroll down a bit here, we've got another row. This is a column. This is set to 62, and then this is set to 37. And in this one here, we have just got a logo widget, which we've got our items, and here are all your customers, as you can see here. And then we've just got it scrolling up. So we go to settings. We can change everything here that we want. Content, we've got source, we've got the general number. We can change that to number of items in one. As you can see, now you're seeing 2 like this. Change it back. Margin between items. So we'll make it 30. There you go. So it's 30. It's 30 now rather than 20. That's in between the borders here. Just let it load. You see that border there? That's what I'm referring to. That's what we made bigger and smaller now. Right, to change the title here, as you can see, it's our clients. There we are there. The coding's back there just to fit in so it matches all the others. If we click on this one here, it's a text editor. If we scroll down to the next row, right, we've got a row here. We've put it to 1300 pixels width, and we click on style, and there is your background there, right? And then what we did was we added some padding in. So if I had to change that to, let's say, 100, you can see the rows getting thinner, just like that. So we change it to 200. Now you're seeing more of the image, and it kind of stands out a little bit more. Then we've got one row here, which is called our success stories, which, as you can see, again has that coding in, just so that it matches with the theme. If we scroll down, we've got an inner section, but we've got 4 columns in this one. So we've got an icon image to give us an icon, and we go to the widget underneath, which if we change that to 5,000, it now counts up to 5,000, just like that. We put it back to 2,000, it counts to 2,000, just like that. If you wanted to change the title, support threads, with us, for example, that's where you would add it there. And then you'd go into style and you'll be able to set the alignment and where you want the things to be. Number of positioning, you've got the number here, you've got the title, and that's how you change the setting. And again, if you change a setting on this widget, for example, let's say you change the color, you can copy it and then paste the style here. Okay, and that's how you would change these icons and change the numbers. If we scroll down here, this is the first row that we spoke about when I was explaining the navigation. Here, if we click on the row here, we go to advanced, you see we've got padding very similar to the row above. So if we make that 300, as you can see, or if we make it 0, or we could change it to 50, just like this. It just makes the row a little bit bigger. And then we've got a column here and a column here. This column, we have got, if you click on the column and then go to style, we've got the background to be blue. And then in that column, we have got the widget. As you can see, the edit heading widget, and it says who we are. And then there is the text. In here, we've got an image widget. And you can click on it and change the widget as you'd like. And that's it. That is how you go through and edit your front page. Now, as I said at the beginning of the video, the beauty of Elementor is the way that I've edited these rows, columns, intersections, widgets, and all of that will be the same on all the other pages. All right. So once you've mastered Elementor on this one, you can master it on all the other pages. All right, but that is how you'd edit your front page.